Happy New Year and welcome to the 2025 version of the Boundless Society project. My name is Forrest and my co-conspirator on this project is Shore. We felt it was time to do an overall review and status update. And in case you are new to the channel, we started this project about a year and a half ago, put out 8 videos so far that we're super proud of. And honestly, life has gotten busy. We have a huge backlog of video ideas we're excited to tackle. We have big plans for Boundless Society, and we're feeling more determined than ever to keep this train rolling. Boundless Society is one of a few projects that I am working on top of my regular job, often multiple jobs at once. Due to Helene, I had to relocate, so that was a rough few months for myself. I'm currently working 2 jobs with no days off, saving up and planning to travel next year to find a small town that better fits my lifestyle. So long story short, it's been a rough end to 2024 and start to 2025, but I am ramping back up. And Shore has had her own journey with multiple jobs and side gigs, work-associated nonsense, other projects, and obstacles too. So gone are the days of simply working one 9 to 5 and the ability to cut down to part-time hours. You know, the survival state to focus on your side hustles and passion projects. Even with multiple jobs, you're stuck in a survival state these days. It used to be a strange concept to work more than one job even 10 years ago. But now most people we know are working multiple jobs, up to 3 or 4 sometimes. All this to say that we are human too, life happens, but we are still pushing forward. So yes, it has been a turbulent 2024 leading into 2025, but we're finally ramping back up. Even with all these hurdles, Boundless Society remains a passion project, and we would like to restate exactly why we're doing this. My personal why is to give people a real alternative to the 9 to 5 grind. Because for a lot of us, the only so-called alternatives we see today are homelessness or tragically self-deletion. Shore and I have to constantly remind each other there's nothing wrong with you if you're not into the hustle culture, or if you look at the 9 to 5 life and see nothing but a dead-end hellscape. That's what drives me. I want to offer hope, build a community that cares, and show that there are other ways to not only live, but to thrive. It may be ridiculous to read out loud, but Shore pointed out how perfectly descriptive and encompassing our mission statement is. Boundless Society is a pioneering organization that cultivates communities and spaces that perpetuate well-being, sustainability, and shared resources. We believe in empowering individuals and families to thrive autonomously while fostering a collective commitment to reduce our ecological footprint and contribute to our community through education and enrichment while promoting a healthy world for future generations. The sharing of space, resources, accountability, and knowledge are some of the ways we strive to create a harmonious balance between personal independence and collaborative community growth toward a greener, more connected future. If it sounds a bit vague and open to interpretation, trust us, we know. It's how the government makes us write it. A mission statement is supposed to be the guide for a business, either nonprofit or for profit, but we are ambitious. We're thinking big. So we have huge plans for this project and would only be constrained if we were specific. It would be horrible to be constrained by one simple paragraph. And we are going to take full advantage of every opportunity we can to realize the vision. Our main priority is sharing and building community, sharing knowledge, tools, and resources. Some people may have tools, others may have a place to park a van or bus, maybe even a space to run an extension cord to convert a vehicle. We can also share what has worked and what hasn't, not only in van life, but in everyday life, like job searching and dating, which is hard when you don't prioritize material wealth. There are enough of us out there that we can actually make this a reality. When we share resources, not everyone needs to own a drill, table saw, or even a hammer. And many of us wouldn't want to or could afford to drag all that along with us as we constantly move from one expensive apartment to the next. As perfectly summed up in Fight Club, the things you own end up owning you. Our ultimate goal, of course, is to buy a large plot of land and build tiny homes with shared communal spaces. A place that will allow you to take a respite from the grind. A place where you can discover that retirement means more than just watching TV shows and movies, eating junk food, and playing video games. Our goals for 2025, Shore and I are focusing on the next 12 months, narrowing our scope to what we can do immediately to start to make a difference and make progress toward our ultimate goal. I want to release at least one YouTube video each month. That's going to be my personal commitment to keep Boundless Society visible and growing. We're also going to start designing and mocking up our platform, an online space where everyone who wants to join our project can collaborate. Think of it as a digital community center, a place to share knowledge, resources, and support one another. We'll use it to stay organized as we move forward toward our ultimate dream, a genuine community that's free from the typical constraints and stress we see out there today. We are only two people and human on top of that, with a lot of faults and troubles that come with that. But as I always say, you can know that you are not alone. We are stronger as a community and together. And together, we can begin making the world a better place. We are out there, people who see the world differently and who want a more fulfilling, supportive, and sustainable way to live. As Mark Twain said, keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. There are, of course, many ways and things to build a community around. Shore and I believe that the best for us is also what's best for the environment, nature, and other living creatures, which is smaller footprints, more green spaces, more than superficial human interactions, less toxic environments, such as the chemicals in your car and your home and your workplace. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for Shore's update. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our updates. Share your stories in the comments below. Let's start building a community here, and let's make 2025 our best year yet.